Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Golven from Mariët Lustenhouwer. Hope I pronounced that right. And Golven as well, and that is Dutch for waves. So this is a neat border tangle, although you could stack these up, and kind of do one right after another to create a neat fill-in effect. So I won't limit anyone by saying it's just a border tangle, but we're going to just do it in a border for now, so that way I kind of keep in step with this being a quickie video. All right, so we are going to start with 2 lines. This will be, yeah, that's right. This will be, say your border. Actually, I'm going to go up. I drew that down a little bit too far. Okay. All right, so 2 lines. That's the outside. Then we're going to do just a big zigzag. Carefully. Like so. And then we're going to aura the zigzag. And and I did this once where I drew all the straight line, all of the lines in the one direction, and I was like, no, that's not a good idea. It's good to just kind of go with the flow, and it's like, okay, I'm going up here, and actually I could have just done it like I had drawn it, and for whatever reason that is uncomfortable. It's like I could draw the zigzag just fine. All right, now I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to go the other way. Because sometimes I'll do like this, where I'll start here, and I'll come out. Oops, let's get to that edge. Oh, I wanted these a little closer together, but that's okay. And in some cases, a little straighter, but again, that's okay. All right, so there we have our zigzag and our aura to zigzag. Next, we're going to put in some curved lines. Now, what I recommend, and it doesn't matter where you start, I'm just going to go ahead and start here in the center. And I'm going to draw a curved line. I'm going to do it at the top and kind of have it kind of just kiss the edge of that top border, like so. And then however far apart you want to space these is, of course, up to you. And like so. And just, fill that in with a nice curved line. Then, what we want to do is kind of employing the halibut technique with, so this line right here, and you could, let me also say, you can do this 2 ways. One is, like I'll draw it this way, or you can flip the tile, and that way you're doing things in the same direction. So, well, I'll do it once way that way. Once way that way. Gosh, I'm making up words all over the place here today. Oh my gosh. All right, so what I'm going to do is, so here's this curve. I'm going to kind of start right here and make that curve. And same thing here. So I'm, kind of matching them up, sort of, kind of. I think it'll still work fine, even if you don't. And, well, I don't really have one there. So I'm just going to, well, we'll just continue. Like so. I could add one. These weren't, whoops. These are kind of going off the page anyway. But let me draw it this way. So, or you can kind of do it in one stroke, or one stroke-ish without turning your tile. And we all work differently. You've heard me, if you've watched my videos, you know I've said that many, many times, right? And so whatever works for you. Sometimes I just, I don't feel like flipping the tile, and if I don't need to, sometimes I just don't. And there we go. And so what's neat is, by being a little bit careful and trying to have this line and this line with the halibut technique as if there's, a line underneath this, it creates this neat wave pattern. All right. Then we're going to add some rounding. So each of these little edges, sort of rounding. It can be either just a little, you just want them to be kind of little. Now, although it depends on how large yours are. This is small, so I'm going to keep it small. And I'm kind of just drawing almost a straight line because it's too small to be curved. Although, at the same time, I'm almost just drawing with my pen a curve line and then filling in. So it just depends. Sometimes I'll start with a little bit of a straight and then I'll end up adding to it and curving it. It looks nicer if you I mean, that's why we call it rounding, because we're kind of rounding off this straight edge here. Oh, that works good. Kind of starting even from the line that you're already on. And then just, like I said, rounding it out. And we're going to do that to each side of these. So with that said, you also want to make sure that the initial zigzag is nice and wide to be able to accommodate this. If it's too straight up and down, then you might run into some troubles. And so this could be a little tedious, and also depending on, you know, how long of a border you have, you know, but at the same time, as I say that, it's part of the whole process. And actually, it is kind of neat to just like micro focus in on that little corner and just to round it out. It's kind of cool. I try to make it so like these, that I don't have these little extra bumps. And so that's my challenge with doing the rounding. But then when I go, you know, if I step away for a minute, don't look at it, and then look at it again, it's like, I don't see that then. So it's just, sometimes well, I know for me, sometimes it's just a matter of, I have to learn what to worry about and what not to worry about. All right, so, and actually I did a second one. Oh, look at, they're almost the same. How funny is that? Oh, wait. Oh, that's funny. I'll do it like that. I'll take the picture like that. All right, now I'll say which one was, this is more far apart, because I wanted to try shading two ways. So the way that Mariët has it in her step out, and by the way, in the description section, you will find my step out, as well as a link to Mariët's blog where her step out is, as well as, you know, she has, I can't remember if she had a sample or not, but, you know, just to see it from her hand as well, because that's why I call it for more inspiration, because that's exactly what it is. She does show it going around a corner, so that it's kind of like, oh, that's nice to have that. At least just just showing it going around the corner, because that way you can see kind of what to do. That's always a question when you want to have it go around the corner, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure. I'll just make it up as I get there, which if you've watched some of my videos, I've done that. Live on YouTube. And, or live on some of the classes, and it can be sometimes kind of funny. All right, so now I'm just taking the tortillon, and I'm pulling out that graphite, just making a small gradient, because we want to make sure to have some of the original tile color here visible, so that way it'll create that neat rounded effect. And make it, you know, besides being wavy this way, it's wavy, you know, kind of up and down. It creates that. All right. And then always pointing the tip of the tortillon to the line that you don't want to go across, or right on your graphite, I should say. Well, I shouldn't say that, because the reason I say pointing it towards the line you don't want to cross, because I could put the tip over here and work this way, but it just works better if you do like this, and just kind of doing either little circles or side-to-side motions going down. I love it when I catch myself saying something and think, well, wait a minute, why am I... Oh, let me clarify that. And I hope you don't mind. All right, so there we go. And doesn't that look neat? It really, really does. So it makes the waves, you know, it's kind of waves two ways. And it's really neat. Now, the other way I wanted to try it was... All right. I think which way I want to go. Ooh, could probably go both ways, but let's pick one, Heather. Okay, let's do... Okay, so I'm looking at it this way. let's just do, I'm compelled to do it underneath these lines. So looking at it this way. So I'm putting a little bit of graphite on the underside of that line. And this one, because I was thinking, oh, I could go over. I don't want to go over that. We're going to we'll stop it right there where the line is. Okay, and then let's just see what it looks like. And the same idea, not pulling it out too far, and especially with this one, because we don't have a lot of room. And something about the way she had it. Oh, yes. And so you could play with it both directions, but I'm going to do it just the one. And so we're going to do the underside. Something in her step out or in her sample online made me feel like this is what I was seeing, but I wasn't. And this is that is one right there also. Well, heck, let's just do the whole one side at a time. Okay. And again, if you do this, just be mindful of making sure not to bring the graphite out too far, because then you just have gray, and that's, unless you want it gray. It defeats the purpose of the shading. And I don't know, it's making me think it looks like a like a layered cake. And I just have one more section to do. Okay, and then I can't. So I'm just looking at my tile. Ooh, that's really tight there. And so if you want to do it this way, that one thing to also be mindful of is how far apart your spacing is. And I'm not looking at the camera, so I can't see. I'm seeing how cool it looks live, but there's just something different about looking at it through the camera lens. Whoa, that's neat. Now, could you combine these two? Of course you can. It's just up to you. I just wanted to see what it looked like that way. And it's really, really neat. Could also, on this one, if you wanted to, you could, put on the inside. I don't know, if you want to. But I think that looks really cool. And I hope you do too. So with that, let's see, I mentioned the step outs. Also in that description section below the step outs, below those links are links to connect with me if you want to. Just so you know, I do a combination of paid and free classes. Would love to have you come to either or both. The information is there on my website, so feel free to click on there and then click on classes. I can't remember if I have a direct link or not. I should check. And then also we have a nice Facebook community going, and there's a link to that group if you would like to join us there, where we just share stuff from my classes and and these quickie videos and things, and just like to see what everybody else has done and be inspired by other people's work, and also just to celebrate everybody else's work. It's really such a fun community. And let's see, if you liked it, if you like this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up. I would appreciate that, as well as a subscription. I am posting every day, and will as long as I can, and or until I run out of tangles to do quickie videos on, and then we'll have to move to something else. We'll go through them all again, and we'll do them on the different colored tiles. That would be funny. Anyway, so would love to have you be a subscriber. And if you decide to subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell next to it, so that way you decide how you want YouTube to let you know when I post a new video. And with that, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you happy tangling.